carve some pumpkins.
On this channel, we talk about Halloween, Harry Potter, and theme parks. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Or stab it.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. In today's video, we are doing one of our favorite things in the world, and that is we are carving pumpkins for Halloween. So we are, 2 weeks out?
About.
Give or take. And so that's when we like to carve the pumpkins, because if you carve them before that,
they rot.
They rot pretty quickly. After that, they're not out there long enough. We've got this down to a science. Don't worry. And also, don't question it. So we thought we'd do something a little bit different this year. We think it's going to be a lot of fun. Generally, when we carve pumpkins, we just sit across the table from each other and then do a reveal, oh, look what I did, type thing. And we generally have a theme, if you want to call it that, silly.
More like a mood that we're going for.
Yeah, whether we're going to have, goofy whatever. But this year, we figured we would do something for you all. We think it'd be a lot of fun to sort of make this a contest. We'll give you more details on that here in just a minute.
Okay, so the way this is going to work is that we're going to carve our pumpkins one at a time. So the person that is carving the pumpkin is going to sit at the kitchen table and, carve their pumpkin, do their thing. And the other person is going to go sit in our game room so that, they can't see what's going on. It doesn't get spoiled. Yeah. So we're going to take our time, that way we can kind of talk about what we're doing and, kind of discuss, our plan or whatever, how we think we're going to win it with you guys. And then at the end, we're going to kind of do a reveal and share our pumpkins with each other.
Yeah. So what we've decided to do this year is one we haven't done in a while, and we are going to do the scariest or the creepiest pumpkin. So how the contest is going to work is we are going to post pictures of our pumpkins on Twitter and Instagram, as well as at the end of this video, we'll do a reveal so you can see them. And for the YouTube video, we want you to leave a comment in the comment section of whose pumpkin you think is creepier or scarier. It's going to be mine. It's mine. Also, while you're at it, if you don't mind, give this video a like. It helps the channel, and it is free. For the most part, I guess you're paying for some power or some internet, but
you'd be doing that anyway.
Yeah, just a little clicky on that like button, please. We are going to do this contest with the pumpkins lit up.
Yeah.
Neither one of us are artiste. And something I have discovered over my years of carving pumpkins is mine look a lot better when they're illuminated. If you were to just look at them in the daylight, you would think a 3-year-old chipmunk chewed on a pumpkin. So we are going to we're going to try to even the playing field because she's a little bit more artistic than I am.
Yeah, but I'm dealing with a damaged...
Here come the excuses.
Damaged thumb over here. All right, guys, so we're going to get started on carving those pumpkins.
Let's go.
But for the contest, we did want to mention that you can find us at the Pugh 2. Put that somewhere right there.
Fling! Yeah, whatever.
Find us at the Pugh 2 on Instagram and Twitter to vote on our contest.
And we will allow, even if you vote in the video, which we really want you and encourage you to do, we'll count.
Yeah, you can vote on each platform.
Yeah, so, but only if you're a fan of me. Only if you're voting me.
No, that's not how that works.
I'm just kidding. This is one of our favorite traditions. At least I think it is. It's one of my favorite traditions. I hope that she loves it as much as I do.
All right, guys. I'm excited to get this pumpkin carved. This is something we do every year, and it's one of the things about Halloween that I look forward to the most.
I'm pretty excited about it. I could almost guarantee Anna used some sort of stencil. She loves those things.
So I actually have a bunch of stencils that my mom gave me a couple years ago. I have a huge stack over in the kitchen that are all at least as old as me, maybe older. You can tell by the yellowing of the pages how old these are. Tyler's probably not gonna use a stencil, knowing him. I would almost guarantee he's gonna freehand it.
With that being said, I'll be freehanding this. not an artist, so it won't be anything intricate. It'll just be a pumpkin. Since we are doing a scariest pumpkin contest, I'll try to make it a scary pumpkin.
Tyler's probably going to say that I cheated using a stencil, but there's a reason that you can find these on the internet, and that's because it makes your life so much easier when you're trying to carve a pumpkin. So, use your stencil, get that awesome design.
It is important to sort of, I guess, roughly sketch something on there so you have sort of a guideline. I have carved many pumpkins that, you know, one eye is significantly bigger than the other, or you run out of room, so your pumpkin might not have a mouth that year. So yeah, I think sketching it out probably in my best interest.
And now, I'm gonna use my little pokey thing to trace out the stencil so that I can use the knife to cut it out.
Now that that's done, let's get out the precision tool to get some of the small little cuts that I've got. Okay.
Also, Tyler's probably gonna give me crap for using these little like pumpkin knives that come in the little pumpkin carving kits, but had some incidents with knives and box cutters in the past, so I'm gonna stick with the kid safe ones.
I will be using a knife, or knives. I'll be using several different weapons. I would almost bet that Anna used the like these little things. I mean, one, because they're laying here. Two, this is what she always uses. I'm not saying I won't use them a little bit for like small little cuts, but as you all know, my wife has a history with knives, so we try to keep them away from her. And I mean, I think she likes using these anyways, but after that surgery, I'm not sure that she's quite ready to use a real knife yet.
One thing that I sometimes do when I'm poking out these little stencils, because this pattern has a lot of like really small spaces that I'm gonna have to cut out, which is always more difficult. Sometimes I purposely make it a little bit bigger than the stencil is, just to try to make my life easier when I get to the cutting part.
Pro tip, when you're cutting with a razor blade, you want to get down eye level with it and pull towards you so you can see where you're cutting.
Another place that I think I have a little bit of an advantage over Tyler is he absolutely hates the smell and the texture of the inside of the pumpkin. I had to scoop the guts out of both of these earlier today because he literally can't stomach to do it. So, you know, I'm also more willing to like get down and dirty to make this pumpkin look good.
Okay. Whew. Before I continue, I probably should have prefaced all this. One of my biggest weaknesses, other than being completely not talented, non-artistic, not having a steady hand, the list continues. But I cannot stand touching the inside of a pumpkin. I'm very grateful that Anna took all the guts out of them for us. That's the worst part. I just can't. Whew. Ever since I was a child, I just couldn't. I just can't do it.
Let's get this cleaned up a little bit. We're probably gonna make a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. What fun is it if you don't make a little bit of a mess? There's nothing worse than when you like cut through a piece and you go to push it out and it just doesn't want to move. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I think one important part when you're trying to do like a really nice pumpkin carving. Sometimes when you like carve through there, it's like you carve it really big on the side of the pumpkin that's facing you, but then on the inside it's like it gets shallower. And when you have small like parts that you're carving out, sometimes like if you don't get the inside carved out very well, when you light a candle in there, the light doesn't shine out of it very well. So I try to make sure that I can like see all the way through the little pieces that I'm carving.
One of the things I've never been very good at, it's a long list, but sometimes I like cut, you'll understand when you light one up, I cut it like a bad angle, and so like it gets narrower as it goes back, if that makes sense. Maybe I can find an example of what I'm talking about. I might have an old picture, probably not. I just hope you understand what I'm saying. Like,
I feel like I'm maybe like a third of the way done, but I'm pretty happy with how it's looking so far. There's no way that Tyler's gonna beat this if he like doesn't use a stencil, which I'm telling you right now, there's no way he uses a stencil. That's just not him.
I mean, looks really good. Super excited. If the rest of it turns out as well as the eyes have, Anna has no chance.
I also think that like the idea that Tyler has in his head is gonna be really good. But like I said earlier, I also think he's going to try to use real kitchen knives, which aren't as tiny as these little knives, which you really, really need. Like you need them this small to get these tiny little details and get them correctly. So I also think that's going to be a plus for me.
I may have knocked these earlier, but it seems for the design that I have chosen, like this is like trying to do surgery with a sledgehammer.
Carving pumpkins, and carving pumpkins, I'm carving pumpkins. I will say this about using real knives. These, if you can tell, this one is already starting to get a little bit bent out of shape. And this other one I have is way worse from last year.
Maybe breaking it.
I'm really hoping this knife doesn't fail me. I'm really worried about this metal piece just breaking right off.
Whew. So I'm not sure. So with Anna's being a stencil, I would assume that hers is like very pretty, both with the lights on and off. Mine's probably gonna be one of those ones that's, only pretty if the lights are off and it's lit up. That's wishful thinking. It's gonna look better with the lights off. We'll say that.
Go away. Alright, so I just got the finishing touches done on my pumpkin. I went around and cleaned up some edges to make them look a little bit nicer. But I am seriously impressed with how well I did on this. I think it looks great. I also think Tyler doesn't stand a chance.
Listen, I get it. Several of you will probably think this is laughable, but I'm very proud of myself. I've got a little bit of a special little touch to add a little bit more scary. Okay, so we've got the pumpkins all covered up, Do you want to reveal them one at a time? You
Yeah.
want to do it like that?
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun. These match your shirt. Well done.
It's just some extra fabric scraps we had.
Yeah. This isn't like, I don't know what these are for. I think we did something for Halloween with them.
Yeah.
But whatever. Okay. Let's see yours. I'm excited about it.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay. Okay.
Ta-da!
Let me see it. I knew. So you can rewind it after the end of the video, and you can. I said that you would use a stencil.
Yes.
Because you're a big fan of them.
Yeah, well, so this is like a mad scientist stencil. You can see the little beaker over here, and this is like his little mad scientist
It looks
face.
good. Like it looks like you did well. Like you actually had the patience that I do not have.
Oh my gosh, it took me a lot of time.
Okay.
It was very detailed. All of these little like itty bitty pieces are so difficult. Like I actually messed up over here. This is supposed to come out over here somewhere, but
So I'll say this. I was very disappointed with mine. You'll see here in a second the way that it looked in light, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. But I've looked at it with the lights off.
I did the same.
And it looks pretty good.
I-
But I'm excited to see yours without the lights on because you can't really tell what it is
Right.
without the lights on.
You can tell better when it's
Okay.
lit up in,
Cool.
In the dark.
So let's get to mine. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
I love how mine didn't get a drum roll.
I gotta build mine up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. What is written on the back of yours?
So, you remember earlier when I said I was gonna add an extra layer of spookiness? Have you read it?
No. We've been trying to reach you regarding your car's extended warranty.
Everybody knows. Like, you used to be terrified of getting a phone call from like a serial killer. This is the worst. I don't know if you can get scary. If they vote on scariness, this is a winner.
I would just like to say I get that phone call like 8 times a week, so
Yeah.
I agree there. Here, let me see the front of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ignore the line. Like so that's just
yeah,
that's just
You can see pin marks where
happy
you...
mistakes. And he had a tooth knocked out right in this general area.
I know the feeling. Mine
So
suffered from...
yeah, but you know all those things you said about you were patient and did all that. So I broke one of your little cutty thingies.
the Halloween ones?
Yeah.
I talked about what, like, I was concerned that the one I was using was gonna break.
Yeah, the newer one that was like
The black handle?
Yeah, the good one. It's in the trash. It's broke.
Good to know.
But yeah, I'm excited. Let's go get these in the. Let's go get these. Like we'll take them. Where are we going to take them? Let's load them up. Where should we go?
I don't know. I mean, like, go in the bathroom or outside?
Let's go in the bathroom. That'll be good.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So this is kind of odd. We're just standing in our bathroom in the dark, with 2 pumpkins lit on the countertop. But let's get to the reveal. Boom! Look at that. That is scary. That is the scariest pumpkin you've ever seen.
I mean, it does look pretty good.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Even though this is a contest, you're being nice about it. All right.
I can agree that yours looks nice.
So, like I said earlier, I've been very excited about Anna's, and I think you all will be very pleased with it. It looks great in the dark. Look at that. Like, that looks like a professional did it.
I can't believe I did that.
I can't either. I don't mean that mean either. It's just, it looks fantastic.
You know what's funny? Like, I even looked at this in the dark by myself earlier, and I didn't realize that this part down here was like his chin.
Yeah.
Like, there's parts that I didn't even understand what they were, but it's awesome.
Mine's got a chin. It's like, right there. Look at that chin. That looks great.
Totally different styles.
Also, my pumpkin is extra scary because of the message. Ooh. Okay, guys, so I guess that does it for today's video. Please vote in this contest. We're very competitive and we're going to have a lot of fun with this. and we're really excited to see your comments down in the comment section, and we're excited to interact with you on Instagram and Twitter.
Yep.
But do make sure that you vote for the true winner, Pumpkin Lumpkin, the telemarketer.
This is Albert, because he's a mad scientist, like Albert Einstein.
Was he a mad scientist?
I mean, he was a scientist and he had crazy ass hair.
He wasn't that scary.
Have you seen pictures of his hair?
But Pumpkin Lumpkin? I can't even remember what I called him. The telemarketer. Terrifying. So
Pumpkin Lumpkin, such a scary name.
Vote Tyler. You will not regret it. I'll represent you in the scary pumpkin business. Well.
All right, guys, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed that video. You can hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you get an alert every time we post a new video.
Thanks for watching.